Hi everybody. I thought I'd get a small video in there. Don't have that much to say except I'd like to thank the people who's been looking at my videos and anybody who has subscribed. I really appreciate it, and it was nice to see that other people are trying to make videos also, and I do enjoy watching their videos. Um, I'm a very shy person, and I know it probably doesn't show it because when I get shy I tend to talk a lot. And um, but I I'm on the shy side, and it's helped to get over it a little bit. Seeing that I'm trying to do video recording and stuff. Learning. Hope I get better at it as time goes by. Um, Lately, there's not a whole lot going on, except that I've been not being able to go out much. We've had nothing but one storm after another, and it is all ice outside, and I'm an accident-prone person, and I tend to, if I can get through a winter without falling down, it's a miracle. And that was before I had, bad knees and a bad hip and that. So, I'm very terrified of falling. When I see ice, I just kind of freeze up, don't want to go step on it. I just don't want to go down. I got enough injuries. I don't want to have anything worse than I already got. Um, I'm a bit worried, pretty much worried about my appointment, which is less than 2 weeks away. I know I don't stand a chance to get there. I have no rides right now. The person that used to take me has been ill, and they doubt if they'll feel better by the time it's my appointment. So there's been no rides, there's been no way to go out there in a car, and the road's been really bad. They're not good, and we got another storm coming on Saturday, which is today actually. So everything's been delayed and stuff, like even ordering groceries. We'll be getting them maybe 2 days later than we would have wanted to. Um, I depend a lot on the computer to order a lot of things like groceries. We're fortunate to have a place we can order groceries online with a store, and they deliver it to our house, which that's we're blessed of having that. I know they don't have it in every location. And I also depend a lot, on getting clothing and other articles too. A lot of times we order to through the computer and stuff, and I, I spend a lot of time on places like eBay, trying to get things at a good bargain, and I do fairly well with, getting clothes that sometimes a lot cheaper than I would if I could actually go there to a store that's selling it. So they got a lot of, brand new stuff and brand new clothes and that. So that's, I'm very fortunate to have an online auction like that, to be able to buy clothes and other things that we need. I mean, that's where I got this webcam. I didn't have anybody that could have, went and picked one up for me. And, I just bought one. I have with no idea how to work them, and no one around me that knows how to work them. So I kind of had to figure out all by myself to figure out how to load the software and figure out how it works. And so that's why my videos are not the greatest, because I don't know a whole lot about videos. Got a lot to learn, and hopefully I can learn to do them better. Um, Other than that, I'm hanging in there, trying my best. The cold weather has been making me want to sleep. It's like my favorite place is in my bed with my cat snuggled up nice and warm. And kind of cold weather kind of makes you want to sleep and stuff. And other than that, I've been watching the videos that people have been posting and trying to keep up with that. And it's good to see the people that are trying to make videos about agoraphobia and panic disorder. I mean, we need to speak up, and it's the only way someday that maybe things will get better for people like us. It's not right that they don't have much help for people like us. It's not, they should have home visits. They should have people that, help people like us, and or they at least help find a cure, to help people, because our life is like a prisoner, but you didn't, you're a prisoner, but you didn't do anything wrong kind of life. I mean, it's not a fun life. I mean, especially when you have spent, I mean, a lot of years. I mean, I've had panic attacks since 1966, and since 1972 is when I became homebound, not being able to go off my street. And I'm 53 years old, so you can imagine how many years I've lived homebound. It was a time I would practice hard to get out there, but one shock after another has put me backwards, and it seems like there's no end. Every time I get someone to treat me, they seem to put me worse than I already was, and that kind of makes me back away from treatment. I wish I could treat myself and just be left alone. You know, it's not funny to go see people that kind of put you backwards like that, and it's been one thing after another. I mean, yeah, you know, they don't care. You know, it's not them that have the illness. Either they have no experience, or they do things stupidly that put me worse for no reason. You know, it's, I don't know, it's discouraging at times. The more older you get, then you gotta deal with the physical illness, and on top of that, I mean, I don't get to go walking much because of the winter months and in that, and it's hard. You know, I have two kinds of pills that cause fluid gain. I also have arthritis that leaves that kind of swells my legs in the knee area. You know, my two knees are swollen for like 7 years, 8 years without going down. So what that doesn't help. It's like, you know, when you're in pain, you can't do a whole lot of exercise like you could when you were 20 years old. Um, I don't know. I just want to check in with everybody, and you know, that I'm still around, still trying to hang in there. But it's hard, you know, I hate this life. I hate not seeing people, not being able to go out to see people or meet people. It's it's a depressing life. You become where your life is like people forget about you, except the people online. But the people, I mean, in your basic life, they don't come visit you. They don't invite you to go outside or even stop by. I mean, I remember, you know, in the summer I spent a lot of time outside sitting down in front of my house, and, you know, you'll see cars pull up and they blow the horn, and it's always for some other neighbor, never for me, you know. And I have relatives that live, like siblings that live like a half a mile away, and I'm lucky if I see that person every year or two, which is sad, you know. I don't understand why they don't visit or at least stop by outside and, you know, talk or something. Makes me feel like they don't really care, because wouldn't they want to see their family more often if they did? You know, that's my idea. And the same thing with friends. I've had a lot of people that were in my life, and, you know, they forget about you once you can't go everywhere they want you to go, and they don't understand it's not something you're afraid of. It's just this horrible sick feeling that you get when you go out. Your heart races, you feel like terrible, and they don't understand that. They think it's you just got a fear or something, you know, and that's not it at all. They they have to experience it, I guess, to really understand us. uh, and it makes it hard. It makes it hard that, you know, you feel let down, and you don't know a lot of your relatives because you haven't seen them in years, and you don't know their family, their children, their grandchildren. You never got to meet them. Going on Facebook is the way I have gotten to see pictures of my niece's children uh, and stuff, and it's kind of sad. You know, it's kind of sad. I've never met them. They live in the same state, but, you know, they don't stop by or nothing, and I don't know. I just wish I had a freedom to go out there, and if I did have my freedom, I still got a big major problem, which I'll never be able to drive a car due to my eyes. That is one reason I'm wearing sunglasses. It's not only my shyness, but due to the fact that the glare of the computer is tough on my eyes, and it gives me bad headaches. And I also can't see that well. Um, like I'm sitting about, I'd say, a foot and a half away from the computer, away from my laptop, and I really can't even tell the time on it. You know, like if you are doing a video and you're trying to go no more than 15 minutes, I can't see far enough to see if the light's still on the computer. I gotta go up, you know, close to the computer. Matter of fact, I should be looking at my watch. I can at least see my watch up close. And you know, as far as I see, I think I've got 5 more minutes. Um, you know, that's the things that I also faced, and I've got so many different illness that I need to have tests done on that who knows when I'll ever get to do those things. Another medical issue that I'm been concerned with for about a year I've had on and off. I get very exhausted. Um, I know there are times I lose track of time or I have to do things and it just takes me longer to do stuff, and uh, you know, and sometimes the time passes by and I'll notice that I've been up like 20 hours straight without going to bed, and I never used to, it never used to really take a toll on me like it does the past several months. There are times that I get so tired, I feel like horrible, like you never slept in several weeks or something, and I'm lying there on my bed and it's like I can't even move an inch. I feel like I'm gonna die. Like my eyes, I'll close my eyes and the room is spinning, and I'll feel very hot in my face, and the only comfort I have is my cat on the side of me. I'm very fortunate to have some cats that do notice when, matter of fact, one just took a shortcut in front of my laptop. I'm fortunate to have some cats that do notice when I'm sick, that they will sit on the side of me, and I'm thankful for that because I can't call, you know, my dad is hard of hearing, so I can't really reach out to yell to him that I don't feel well or anything, or he wouldn't hear me. His hearing is not too good. So there's nobody else, you know, to help me out or something. Let's say if I wanted a glass of water or a wet face cloth or something, and when I'm feeling like that, I just get so weak that I can't even stand, I can't even move. And I don't think it's panic that's doing it. I don't think it's stress that's doing it. I think something's wrong physically. I do hurt in the glands of my neck. I do suffer headaches down my head, down my face sometimes, constantly. It's not often that I don't have a headache. I mean, I go to bed with a headache and I will wake up with a headache. But I think something's wrong. A long time ago, I was told that there was a possibility I had chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't know if it's gotten worse. I don't know if it's the arthritis that's just wearing me down, that zaps your strength out. But I've never experienced the kind of exhaustion to feel like you're not, you know, you don't know if you're going to make it to be alive, you know, like, and stuff. And it's like a feeling like you haven't slept in weeks, and you just feel so horrible, and you lay there and you don't know if it's the end of your life, if you're going to come get through it and fall asleep and feel better. um, when I do, after I do fall asleep and rest and do a lot of resting, I feel a little bit better, not as bad. I know I need to get some kind of schedule to sleep and eat and go to bed at the same time every day, which I don't. I tend to be up at night, and I tend to sleep daytime, which I don't like it. It just happens that way. Um, I have a hard time eating 3 meals. I would have to stay up 24 hours or better to fit in 3 meals because I'm not hungry. Even if I eat small meals, I can eat about 2 meals, and that's about it, you know, and I have to skip a meal and go to bed because I would have to stay up 24 hours to get 3 meals, and I don't know why I'm not hungry. It's ever since I started with the acid reflux. I didn't I didn't have a problem eating before. I just feel nauseated and just don't have an appetite. But I'm a bit concerned though about this exhaustion. I don't know. I've done, you know, I have stayed up before 20 hours at a time, and it didn't zap out my strength to feel like dying and the room spinning and feel like you're just so exhausted. I don't even know how to explain it, but I think there's something wrong physically going on. I mean, I don't hurt in the glands for nothing in the neck. I don't know what's causing that. I just wish I could find a physical doctor that would have an interest to try to help me. I mean, what I've found in the past several years is just doctors that spend 15 minutes with you, and you ask them a question or you tell them about